it on?
It's on.
Yeah, it's on.
All right, I'm coming.
Okay.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan. You're so bad.
Oh, yeah, I gotta say hi to the grandson now.
Yeah, I said to him, I'm sure you're not telling your friends that you have a grandmother waving you on YouTube. And he said, no, Grandma, I'm not telling anybody.
Good morning. Hello. August
30th.
From Indiana. Here.
Welcome to Flock Around the Table.
It's Flock Around the Table.
Oh, God. What the flock was that?
He did that to Johnny.
Well, yeah, I know.
Here's Johnny.
I know.
I did that the other day in front of a kid. And I went, well, here's Joseph. And he, and he's like 16. And he looked at me like, huh?
Yes, 16 wouldn't know.
No, they wouldn't know. Unless they
16 wouldn't
hang
know.
with my mother. Mother still watches Johnny Carson on some
Rios.
channel.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you can find it.
Yeah.
Deb here.
Sue.
Micah.
And we're here today to just thrill you and give you information and whatever.
Oh, yeah, full of nonsense. So
Yeah,
Complete nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're looking for some serious quality broadcasting,
No. Well, yeah, we are kind of.
we're
we're
quality,
serious.
but we're not serious.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not serious.
No, there's nothing-
Not with the name like Flock Around the Table. No. No.
No.
I was going to look up words this week to for flock.
Yeah.
What's a flock?
What the flock?
What the flock? And did you know that what a group of crows is called? It's good that
A
we didn't call us.
scare or a murder.
A murder.
A murder. Yeah.
Okay, I had heard that before.
Do you know what a
I'm
group
like
of boys is called?
Boys?
Yeah, when you have
A
a group of boys. No, they probably wouldn't be real heavy. Technically, it's called a blush.
A blush of boys?
A blush of boys is how they got that back in the day, back in the Oxford school days when boys were at school. They called them a blush of boys.
What? Because the girls would blush when they saw a bunch
I
of
don't
boys.
know. I have no idea. Or the boys
Whatever.
would blush when they saw a girl. I don't know. But that
Anyway.
started back in England a long time ago. That's how it
Most things did.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway,
I have way too much stuff in front of me, so
She can't she has
I
to
can't
edit.
handle this. I can't handle it, so I'm just gonna
She's
run
gonna
right
jump
in.
in.
I'm just gonna jump right into this. I noticed this morning that Miss Lolodidit has her her fall line is out.
I think-
it's a limited.
her Halloween's out too.
Yeah, Halloween, fall line, whatever. And this colorway is out right now.
Los Catrinas?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
And of
Los
course,
Catrinas.
I saw it on
Anything.
Instagram, and of course, I liked it right away. And then I went, "Ugh, I have some of that. But I had to wind it up. But it almost looks like it's plaid when
Isn't
you
that
wind it
cool?
up. Isn't that not cool?
Wait till
So-
she hits something with it.
Yeah. It'll be the next. It'll have to be the next thing that I cast on.
Okay.
I'll have to. I don't know what, but
I'll be back.
I told you that it's been calling to me.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And you got 3 skeins, you could probably make.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Any
don't
shell.
know.
Pretty
You
much
could do
any
a
shell.
bendy arrow. But no, you need 2
No,
colors.
you need-
I'm not gonna do a bendy arrow with this.
Okay.
But that's
But-
pretty.
But look at how it goes with this.
Wow. Yeah, but this is worsted.
I know, but the colors.
Oh yeah, the colors are great.
Yeah.
At any rate, I just wanted to show that really quick and get it out of the way from in front of me, so I feel like I can breathe. And yes, I have on my
Gryffindor?
Harry Potter shirt today.
I almost guessed wrong.
What?
She was like, "Is that Game of Thrones?"
I was thinking Game of Thrones. I knew it had something to do with dragons and things like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Harry Potter. Love Harry Potter.
I love Harry Potter. I want to be Gryffindor. My daughter does not.
What does she want? She wants to be Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I think.
Ravenclaw. Is it
Or
Ravenclaw?
Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff. Those are wussy people.
Well, whatever. Or
course that's-
Slytherin. I think
Slytherin? No.
I think she just doesn't want to be Gryffindor because
she
that's
do.
what everybody wants to be as Gryffindors.
What's a Gryffindor?
They're the different schools.
There's 4
They're the
houses.
different houses in the school.
Were
You've
they
never
in
you've
these
never
days?
read Harry Potter?
I know.
Okay,
Oh.
You
so
should've seen
there's
her.
different houses in the school of,
I should probably
Yeah.
do that at some point.
and the sorting hat sorts you when you come. The first year you
But
come,
what if
you are
I like
sorted,
it?
and
Then
you're-
I'll be doing everything Star Trek and Gryffindor and, you know.
Gryffindor. There's
Oh.
no Orf.
Well, were they? Oh,
it's
sorry.
doubled.
Dumbledore. Okay, no, wait. We went and saw the Beasties or something, and she had to explain through the whole thing, and I really liked that.
Magical
That was really good
creatures. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
teacher, the teacher guy, or something like that.
Well,
No.
I'll have to look it up. I'll write it down to watch it.
It was kind of a. This is Harry Potter, and magical creatures was kind of
Yeah, mythical.
over on the
creatures
right
and
hand side
magical
or
beasts
left hand
something.
side. They weren't. It wasn't a direct.
Yeah, there wasn't a direct line.
It wasn't direct.
I'll have to plan a big travel. My travel next week's short, so that I wouldn't start reading something like that on the plane.
Oh yeah.
You know, because it's only 2 hours.
Oh, it's an
before that.
easy read though.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Like I said, I had
It's
at one
written
point.
for children.
But
I had one point taken and downloaded them all from the library,
yeah.
and was going to listen to them in Mackinac one year because I would sit in the corner and just stitch all day, and it was my thing. And everybody's like, "Oh, don't waste your time doing that. You can read them much faster." And then I never went and read them. So they should have just left me alone, let me listen to them, and I would have been all done and caught up and probably fallen in love. Who has the blue house?
Blue house.
What character has a blue house? Is that Harry Potter?
It's Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. I don't know.
No.
Harry Potter
Well,
doesn't
I
have a
don't
blue
know if
house.
It's called a
Do the
TARDIS.
A what?
A TARDIS. Is that Harry Potter?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, there's got to
I
be
thought-
somebody crazy. Never mind.
Okay, tell us who has
Yeah,
the blue
please,
house.
somebody, like I
It's
don't
a
remember
TARDIS.
this.
And
Whatever.
Yeah. We're not going down that.
Whose socks did you made socks for your daughter-in-law?
Oh, that's Doctor Who.
That must have been it. That's it.
Yeah,
That
I've
was
never
the
watched
TARDIS.
Doctor Who. I'm not.
Yes,
Doctor-
and the TARDIS is the phone booth.
Yes, that's what I
Yes,
mean.
it's
It's
blue
blue phone booth.
Yes. Okay.
Got that set up.
Okay,
Now
but
you're all up
but
to
quickly
date.
back to Harry Potter.
Okay.
I just
Yeah.
have. I do have to. I have to confess. So Harry Potter came out when Tori was in like, oh my gosh, first or second grade.
It's been a long
when
time.
when the very 1st one
Mhm,
came
mhm.
out, and I thought, well, she wasn't up to reading that kind of a book. You know, we were reading first grade things, so I thought,
I do
well,
not
this
like
would
green
be
eggs and hams.
right, that kind of stuff. So I thought, well, this would be a great thing to read to her at night because it's still a kid's story and blah 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 blah. Well, I'm dyslexic.
Mhm.
So reading to me, for myself, after I've gone through whatever, it's okay when I'm reading in my own head. But when I have to read out loud,
Yeah.
it gets to be a little bit more daunting for me. And the names in Harry Potter are so flocked up. I'm just going to say it. They're so
they
the
are.
first time you come across,
Hermione.
Hermione and
Dumbledore.
yeah, Dumbledore.
Don't look at me.
What's Professor McGonagall?
Mm-hmm.
I had trouble
There was a
doing this.
lot of the names
Uh-huh.
I couldn't pronounce until I saw the first movie.
Yeah.
So when I was reading them to myself, I could just make up a name.
Sure.
It was
Yeah.
Professor
Dingledore.
M
Yeah.
instead of McGonagall. Like you put a different name to him.
Yeah.
So I struggled and couldn't read it out loud to Tori.
Oh.
I couldn't. So I think she was in like 3rd or 4th grade when she read the first book.
Yeah.
And here your child has been behind ever since because you
No,
didn't read.
no, actually not. It got to the point where like I think
she was reading
the
to you?
2nd and 3rd book,
She probably had read it.
she
underneath
was
her
waiting
covers.
at the
Yeah.
at the Barnes and Noble at midnight when they
She
were
was-
released, and she would have it finished by the next morning.
Yeah.
You guys would tuck her in
Yeah.
and she'd be like, "Night, mommy." take it out.
Oh yeah, she'd be underneath the covers reading. Yeah,
That was the best time ever. Seriously,
She read
wasn't it
every
fun?
single book
Do you
of
remember
Harry
doing
Potter
that?
like that.
I thought that was great fun. Just, you just thought you were like so empowered when you curled underneath the cover and you turned that
Yeah,
flashlight
you went to
on
a different world.
and you
Went to
you
a
had
different
your
place.
book.
I would.
Whether or not you successfully did anything, but it was just the fact one, you got away with it was a lot of it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
You
I
were.
always thought that was so. My mother knew, but she went ahead.
My
anyway.
bedroom was on the second floor, and my parents were on the first floor. I could have held a party; they wouldn't have known.
Yeah, it's true.
So
Yeah, my mom. We were on the second floor too, but mom knew. It's like
my
she
dad
had
might have been
cameras or
suspicious,
something.
but
yeah.
I remember. This is such a jump shift, but I remember coming home one time. This is when I was I was a teenager, like 20.
Ryan, close your ears.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something I wouldn't tell him. But anyway, and I had been I worked during the summer. I worked in a restaurant on the Shawl Road. I was a waitress, and I had worked my shift, which was I don't know, 2 to 11, 3 to 11. So, I mean, it was
Probably
just
something like that. Yeah.
yeah, and so it'd been a long day. I was tired. I went to my uncle's house, and all of our friends, my husband and I were then dating, and all of our friends were there together, and they were drinking. So here I am, tired already, and my cousin fixed me a drink with, I'm sure the first one had gin, and so he was making them in quart jars.
Whoa.
So I drank the first one, and I was just feeling fine. And the second one he made in the same quart jar, probably with a different kind of liquor, and I don't even know what it was, but
Well, right.
it was just like wrong.
And it didn't mix well with the first one?
No. And my then boyfriend had to take me home, which was only like 3 houses away. So we get in his car, which was a little MG, and he's driving me around until I can read the signs. When you can read the signs, I'll take you home. And at that point, I couldn't even see the signs, let alone tell what was on them.
Oh, what?
So-
So there's a sign there?
There's a sign there.
Sign there.
So he finally gives up and takes me home. Mother is waiting at the door, and she said, "I've heard you drive by 4 times." It wasn't a particularly quiet car. And I remember,
Right?
I remember walking right by her, kind of pushing her out of my way, heading into the bathroom, and I was so sick.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day I got up, and of course I was scheduled to work the next day at a restaurant with food. And she informed me that no, she wasn't going to call in and tell them I was sick. I was going to go to work. I was going to serve food. And let me say that I have never, ever drank like that since.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was such a lesson on...
Wussy.
Oh. I am. And it's just, I cannot mix liquor. Cannot. But I will never forget her face when I walked in the door, and I thought I could carry it off. I thought I could just kind of brush by her and head to the
Just
bathroom.
whiz by her, and she would
she'd
never know the
know
difference.
a thing.
Well, because they just don't know these things. I mean, they'll never pick
Yeah,
it up.
moms know. Moms know. It was,
God, do they ever?
but I don't know why Harry Potter reminded me of that. But what a night that was. I remember having to sleep with my foot out under the covers on the floor to keep the room still.
Oh.
Now, I'm sure none of you that's ever happened to, because I'm the only one who's ever experienced something like that.
Jamie got down on the floor once to help a friend of his who was on the floor because his friend was saying that the room was spinning. And so Jamie got down on the floor with him to see. And he goes, "Yeah, you're right, it is spinning."
Thought maybe he got down to hold the room still.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, that's better. You got it.
His friend was driven home, and this was before Jamie and I were even dating. So this was a party at my house. And
Bat can fly. No, I'm only kidding. We can say that now.
Before that.
At 5 would be 2005. Go ahead. Sorry.
It was before 2005.
That's right. I keep thinking
The previous century.
Yeah, last century.
Oh my God.
And so his friend was driven home by his girlfriend, and I forbid him to leave. And
you've been telling him what to do ever since.
Close. We were not dating at the time, and I was living in an apartment with 2 guys, so it was like reverse Three's Company.
Ah.
Yeah, my dad didn't like that too much.
Yeah. They get over it.
But yeah, 3-bedroom apartment. Oh, somebody is important.
Somebody's sending me a message. And
I think somebody's sending all of us a message. Mine just dinged behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so Jamie ended up sleeping on one side of the bed, and I slept on the other side of the bed. Well, really, I think he passed out on one side of the bed, and I slept on the other side. I didn't drink at all. Yeah, it was the responsibility.
Probably the best solution is not to drink at all.
Yeah, I was a bartender then, so I was always the one that was driving people home.
Yeah. That's Deb. Deb doesn't drink at all. Matter of fact, when we were in Grand
She
Cayman,
drives me now.
I pull right into the garage.
Right.
When we were Jamie, look out. If you ever come home and the car's parked in the center, I brought her home. So
yeah,
you can move it.
Yeah.
I remember when we went to Grand Cayman together, and we did a dinner cruise where we got on a boat and we went by boat over to a restaurant across the bay. And
which saved time because it was a great boat ride. It was about 45 minutes by boat, but
it was raining.
Yeah, but if we had driven, it would have been like 3 hours because you have to go all the way around.
It wouldn't have been 3 hours, but
well, whatever.
Anyway, going by boat was much more pleasurable.
It was.
But they were serving drinks on the boat, and Deb asked for a rum punch or a punch.
A punch. I said, well, he says, oh, I have punch. And I said, great, I'll take a punch. Wrong.
Bam.
It was rum punch. And about a third of the way through the drink, Deb is saying, I don't think I can drink this. What a lightweight. What a lightweight.
Well, if you don't ever drink,
Yeah, she does. And so anyway, it was an interesting side of Deb that I had not seen before, nor since.
I got to play Titanic at the front.
Oh, yeah, yay.
It was, well, it was like, I don't know, it wasn't like...
But you got to drive the boat, too,
And I got to drive the boat, and then in the back...
Did you have Celine Dion playing in your head?
In her head?
Maybe.
There wasn't any music on the boat.
I don't know, in her head.
Yeah.
Could have been in my head. Was that the night? Yeah, we thought we were going to be a couple of smart asses, and we went thinking it was 4th of July. And everybody was going to have fireworks and everything. And we're
going to see them all the way around.
All the way around in this bay and everything. And sure enough, as we're driving back... And it's raining, and I'm like, well, we did get some fireworks. It was lightning.
The best fireworks was you drinking.
I didn't realize.
I think I'd almost pay to see that.
Oh, it was worth the flight, and that's
it was fun.
Yep, we are scheduled to go back. God knows when.
Hopefully,
they've not. Grand Cayman is allowing in tourists, but they have to quarantine themselves for 5 days and bring documentation that they're not infected.
So you have to be tested prior to.
Yes, test
and
prior. And
FYI, just for the layman's out there, us layman's, if you show no symptoms, it takes quite some time to get an appointment to be tested.
Yeah. Anyway, so our vacation has been postponed from July to, I'm hoping like January or February.
That'd be kind of nice if we could get down there.
When it's snowing here.
When it's snowing here and
go and
we'll wave from the balcony.
Yeah, you'll do a Disney princess wave?
No, we'll do a Ryan wave.
No,
Ryan wave.
Do a Ryan wave. Yeah, I like that.
Love you, Ryan.
Disney princess. I'll have my fill of them in a week or so.
Yeah. Tell where you're going.
I'm going to Disney World, guys.
She's going to Disney.
I had my teeth cleaned on Friday, and my hygienist had her sister-in-law, I want to say, maybe sister. Anyway, their family's down at Disney right now.
Oh.
And she said it wasn't their first visit, and she said it was like the best visit they've ever had. There are no lines.
Right.
There's
right.
so
right.
much space between everybody. It's like having the park to yourself. They just
Yeah,
walk up,
I can imagine
get
that
on
that's
a
what it would be
ride,
like now.
get off a ride, go to the next one. She said the only problem
That's
was a bit of the feeding the kids, she said, was tough because they haven't started walk-in yet, meaning you had to have a reservation places so they knew how to plan for people and stuff like that. But she said it's
They didn't have the little
a lot of them were closed. All the little stands
or something
or
where
the
you get just
little
a pretzel or something.
yeah, or those eating places where you don't need a reservation, like like your fast food type place where you can get a burger or a salad or a chicken sandwich. They didn't have a lot of those open. There was like one open in each park or so. But she said, other than the fact that, you picked it and you had to go, and that's the only time you wanted to go. Because, of course, she said, the kids were like, I want to go see Goofy again. So, but that was at Magic Kingdom, and they were at Epcot that day. So she said normally they'd be able to go. She said, and if they keep doing this, she said, the next time I'll just go to Magic Kingdom every day because that's what they like.
That's what they like.
She said it was really easy. They flew down and they had no qualms, and the airport and everybody was social distancing and everything.
When was the last time you were at Disney?
Oh, God.
It's been a year and a half for me. Normally I go once a week.
It was,
Right.
I think, it's been a good 40 years.
Wow.
I think this year, and Tori, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this year it's been 20 years that I've been there.
I
It's
know
been a year and
it's
a half.
changed
It's a year and
a
3
bit.
months for me.
And just for bragging rights, my nephew works there. He's in charge of something spectacular, and I don't know what.
Well, you'll have to get a hold of him, and I'll run over. Well, the day I'm at that park, maybe I can run into him and say hi for you.
Do you go to all the parks when you're there?
Yes.
I can,
Usually I
get a hold of
park
him.
hop, and I usually go 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and then 2 days, and then I just kind of go back to where I want. But I'm gonna have a scooter, so I'm gonna get on my little scooter. And I'm going to get to Magic Kingdom, and I'm just going to go. And they go, she said that they go in a certain, meaning, you go in and you have to do this. You can't, come in and go to
whichever one you want to.
You have to go around to get to something.
Right.
So she didn't know if it was just that day that they were doing that because they had been doing some work, obviously, when it was
Space
closed.
Mountain still there?
Space Mountain is still there.
That was the one where I thought Jamie was going to get his head chopped off because he was the first person in the first car.
Oh.
And I literally thought he was going to get his head chopped off.
That's the one.
Yeah, he's 6'4", so I thought some of those crossbreeds were going to
Space
take
Mountain
him.
isn't one of my Magic Kingdom. It's Big Thunder Mountain Railroad because I love that. That's a little runaway train in the thing. If it's really hot and breezy, I might do Splash Mountain, but I'll get wet. Just to cool off, but I will get wet.
Yeah.
And if it's super, super hot and I'm dying, I might do It's a Small World, but I put earplugs in.
Oh, yeah.
My mother, we made her do that all by herself on our first visit to Disney.
We did.
Mom, it's a tradition. You'll love it. It's the best thing. She goes, well, it is cool in here. So we were all standing in line like, nope, we're not doing it. So we left, and she's like, so, about 14 minutes later, she comes out like, I can't believe you left me. That is the blankety blank longest ride and the most blankety blank obnoxious thing. I used to like that song. When she came out, it's a small world because you hear it
it's a small world. It's just forever.
But it's cool. I mean, and it's an older ride.
Cool temperature-wise.
Very cool. So if you're hot, going through there, you actually end up going, God, I wish I had a sweater when you come out, because you cool down. And I like Haunted Mansion.
Oh, I love Haunted Mansion. I like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, if the line's not too long, I'll do that one. Let's see. That's about it at Magic Kingdom. Epcot, Test Track. You got to do Test Track. That's amazing.
I gotta go again. Now, see, Tim and Carolyn have
What are you doing Sunday?
I have to go to my mother's.
Oh my God, that was fantastic.
Yeah,
You can't just ask me now.
Well, now I could.
Yeah,
You could. I could. And the ticket's still less than $200. And you're still room on my flights.
No. I promised my mother I'd be at her house. It's Labor Day weekend.
She
It's
actually
like
considered it.
I did, Mother. I
which is
did.
good.
But I'm
I
treating
think
you.
we should do flock around the table down there at some point. That'd be fun.
Next Sunday?
Yeah, you want to come? Do you snore?
Yeah, but I can bring you earplugs.
Okay, I can.
When you need the earplugs.
Yeah, I bring her earplugs for me.
I was going to say, because I do.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. Anyway,
Harley doesn't
I'm going.
complain.
I can't wait because this is like super. At first, I was.
It's been a long time since you've been there for you.
Yeah, a year and a half, which is
Have
like.
you done the Harry Potter stuff?
That's Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So you don't go to Universal.
See,
No, I get on the bus for Disney, and I go to Disney, and I get off
you
the
stay
bus.
on
I stay on grounds.
on site. Yeah.
my sister's part of their timeshare, so I stay on grounds, and it's a lot easier just to stay put. And we've
it's not
talked
like
about
there's not enough to do.
if I want to go to Legoland, and I would, which
I'm sorry, but I would have to go to Universal.
you would.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
have to.
I would have to.
Yeah. I'd have to get a car and drive over there. My sister's gone,
Probably get
and
a
they've
bus.
done SeaWorld. I've been there like
See,
a
SeaWorld.
long time ago, but I haven't done.
Yeah, I haven't done Sea.
Yeah,
I've done SeaWorld, but I don't know. I swim with those folks. So,
yeah, so you could see them all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
swim
you
with them.
swim. You swim with the orcas all the time.
No, but I have swimmed with whale sharks.
You need to put your cup down. Your mom's gonna get
Oh.
mad at you.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom, we did that.
Okay,
So
well, we
anyway,
veered off. We
sure did.
veered off here. We need to.
Well, that's a surprise.
I know.
Well,
I know.
and see, the yarn shop in Florida called Four Pearls.
Yeah.
It's in Winter Haven. Great shop. She has their daughter, people who own it, their daughter has her own yarn line called Emma's Yarn. I'm sure most knitters know of Emma's Yarn. And it's a beautiful shop, except you need an appointment. And I thought, I don't
Oh,
really,
sure, right now you
because
do.
with the stuff. And I thought,
Yeah.
no, I don't need to be heading down there and, and everything. So I'm just going to Disney, staying at Disney, getting my scooter
Getting your fix.
and getting my fix. And
So you take the little monorail over to each park from where you're staying?
you take the bus. You get on a bus.
you don't
They
have-
have your own transport. You don't have to have a car. No,
No, I mean the monorail thingy.
No, monorail just goes from Epcot to Magic Kingdom, and it goes around Magic Kingdom.
Oh.
That
We
it's
took
not
it-
connected
we took it-
everywhere.
See, Tim
Well,
is she
whatever.
right? Tim knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop with the whole
Yeah.
Disney thing.
Anyway,
We
We
started.
need to move on to something more.
I actually wore
more
something
yarny.
today.
We need to
Yarny,
speak more
yeah.
yarny.
I don't know what this is, and I should have probably looked it up before I came, but this is a shawl I made a long time ago, and it's like, what, 65, 70 degrees here today?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's really
actually
cool.
It's,
Kind of
it's
fall
a
on.
cool.
So we could wear, so I meant to have it on, and
Well, you had
Did
it
I
on.
You did have it on when you came in.
yeah, but I
But you have to
get
take it
on.
off to eat.
And I have to take it off because I just get hot.
Well, yeah,
So, yeah.
personal summer.
This was Sheepytime hedgehog fibers and hedgehog fibers. I like hedgehog fibers. And it's got dingle balls on it. Look at that.
Dingle balls. Dingleberries.
Yeah, whatever. They're kind of a pain in the neck to make and to use. So anyway, I'll put that back over there. And for me, I started another hat this week. And this is the hat that I made. You probably all remember. Ta-da. What's the name of this? Huh? You all know.
Yeah, they know.
Painted Bricks. And
Yeah.
it's Stephen West.
Yeah.
And I figured it out and made this all come out even because at first I had done it wrong.
Mhm.
So this is it. Anyway, we decided for Rhinebeck.
Yeah, because we're not going to do sweaters.
Right. And
It's
we're
not
and
going to happen by next month.
we probably won't do anything with Rhinebeck except
Yeah,
Well, no, except
No.
maybe
mention it here
Yeah,
and there.
it's not happening.
So we also we are going to do painted bricks hats.
Yep.
And so I started mine with
Another one.
Another one. It's navy blue on the bottom. It's leading men. Can't really tell too much.
Yeah,
it's very dark.
It looks black, but it is
It's
truly navy blue.
It's very
Yeah.
navy. It's DK. And then these I got from Wild Wool in England, the little colored ones, because they were the only ones who had like the fluorescent little skeins that I needed to do the brick parts. See, here's another
Allowing me to
one.
use this for the brick
And
part of
then-
my pink one.
Here's another one. And here's another one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then here's another one. And wait, there's another one. There. That's it.
Wait, there's
The bottom
more.
of the bag.
You know, like almost all of that was off camera.
Oh, well, now it's on camera.
There. All
There,
of those
now you kind of
colors.
see these colors, and they're all going to go here because you have 6 rounds on the hat.
So you get
Oh, so
different
you need
bricks.
6.
6 colors,
You
or
can
I
do
got a
any
mini skein
variations.
set.
Yeah, or any variation thereof to get together. Because remember, originally I thought I would do it with black, and then I thought, no, blue's a little bit better. And the blue is actually leading men. Happy birthday, belated birthday to leading men. They were
Yeah, they celebrated their birthday this week.
And it's called Fortune Teller. It's their DK weight, and it's very dark blue. See, so that'll be kind of fun. And you won't miss me at Rhinebeck.
Well,
You'll see me coming and going.
Yeah, right.
You won't be there.
Well, we'll have maybe we can do our own Rhinebeck right here. We'll have to work on that.
Yeah, we'll
Maybe
have to work on
have to
that.
work on that.
Yeah.
See if we can do our own little Rhinebeck right here on the table. The table.
Oh, you know what? We could bring in all different kinds of yarn, and
From anywhere and everywhere. Not
since
Yeah.
we from the
Well,
room,
we do anyway.
We could do it from the room. We
We
could
do
do it from our
anyway.
stash and just
Yep.
bring kind
we got a
of out
boatload of
and,
yarn.
You know, maybe make little stands or something. You know, we
Let's
could,
not get carried away.
Okay, yeah. Let's stop.
we could get our Legos out.
I don't have any Legos.
Oh, I do. They're up in the attic.
Stop it. Okay, both y'all. Bird, whatever. Squirrel. So I'm obviously doing one as well. But I think I'll let you guys know how this turns out because the pattern is in DK.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I don't have the pattern in front of me, but I think he has you do it on a 3 and 4. A
Yes.
size 3 and a size 4.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing it in worsted. And I think I'm doing it in a 7 and an 8.
That's
And
what,
I'm not changing the stitch. I'm not stitch count. I'm not taking
Okay.
a repeat out. I'm doing it exactly the way the pattern is, but I'm doing it a lot bigger because I have a bigger head anyway. So of course I'm doing it in pink. This is like blushy pink. There's no way that would not fit my head.
well, if you didn't have this stupid snarky thing on you, it would. Wait, we got to get this on Sue's
No,
head.
it wouldn't. No, that's bad. It's way too small. Oh my gosh. So, pink, and then this color for the bricks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That will be really pretty.
Yeah.
That's
Where
going
did
to
you
be really
put?
cool. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I couldn't get the hat over your
Yeah,
head.
no, because I have a big old noggin and it's never gonna fit me. You have a little head. I have a big old noggin.
There.
Yeah.
You see, I think it does. I mean, I think it needs a pom-pom or something at the top.
You do a hat just like Jamie does.
Apparently
Holds
wrong.
it way over the front. Oh my gosh.
Usually I do that so that a little bit of my hair sticks out because, I don't have any hair. So I always put it on so there's a little bit of
Well,
hair
yeah, no,
hanging.
that's fine.
You know what I mean? So you can actually think
Stop.
that this poor
Do you
kid
wanna-
has hair.
No,
Because
that's
otherwise
cute.
if you put
That's
it on,
cute,
you
but
think like,
give me the hat. I want to
think
show
you
you
look
what
like
it
a-
looked like when you put it on. You did this.
I did what? Oh, now it's
That's the way
checked out.
it was in the front, and the back was short. I'm like, stop. That's what Jamie does.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
see, because he said he does 6 inches
I know.
on his brim.
Stephen West does.
Yeah.
She just scrolled from my husband to Stephen West. No, my husband is nothing like Stephen West.
No.
Mm-mm.
Let me think. Stephen West is tall though,
So
Is he?
Jamie.
and Jamie's tall. Stephen West doesn't have a lot of hair on his head.
Neither does Jamie.
Okay, see, so that's 2 reasons to get him confused.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but I think every other aspect of them
Oh,
is completely.
yeah.
Plus the fact I've never met Stephen West. But if I get to Amsterdam or anywhere near Amsterdam, look out, I'm going.
We should probably warn Mr. West.
I think he was at Vogue up in Chicago.
Well, but we weren't.
I was.
Yeah, I
Okay.
wouldn't be surprised. He probably,
Yeah.
Chicago, New York, I would imagine he'd be at those.
So we
Anyway.
were going to
For the
go.
longest time, I thought Stephen West and Stephen B were the same
Same
people.
person.
Yeah. And I think Stephen B's a wannabe Stephen West.
Well, no.
Okay.
Different type, but
I don't. Yeah, no. Completely different.
Whatever.
I went to Stephen B up in Minneapolis.
Isn't that a shop?
Yeah, his shop in Minneapolis.
well, and that's at first I was like, oh, Stephen B, and I'm thinking, great, he's in Minneapolis. I thought he was in Europe. I can get to Minneapolis to go to his stuff when I fell in love with him on Ravelry and all of his things. He's got the coolest patterns, but you
Who's
know
Stephen
that
B
he's
or Stephen West?
You know he has
Both,
to be
actually.
tall because everything he does is like 100 inches.
But
The
I'm
shawl,
telling
my
you, 90
painted bricks-
inches is a great length.
My painted bricks shawl, which you guys stop. Which you'll see when I get back from Disney because I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna. And
Whatever.
and its wingspan in fingering is like 104 inches. That's almost 2 times me. I'll never get it that big.
Sure you will.
I don't think so.
In the same lifetime.
And if you've forgotten,
Well.
this is what my bricks look like on my painted.
I don't know
brick
that we've seen that before, so.
shop. Yes, we have.
Have
Yes, we have.
Okay,
she had a very small section of
I
it
had a
done.
small
I was,
section with
I
maybe
didn't.
two
Oh,
or
I do
three
remember
colors.
that. I
two or
do.
3 colors, and I'm put it away on purpose because I thought, okay, we'll wait until I have some time, and then when I said I was going to Disney, it's going to be my main focus because this will probably be plain, or this may be because it's really easy to do once you're going.
Once you're in the swing of
groove.
it.
You can really figure it
Okay.
out.
Well, what have you been?
You've got a
working on?
stack of where they're fun stuff.
Yeah, you need to.
Okay, I'll start with what I've been working on. I have been working on this shawl called, called Woolsia, Wollsia,
Anbah O'Brien.
by Anbah O'Brien. It is one of those that can be pretty mindless, not in a negative way.
There we go. Okay.
I got caught on the table. Okay, this is what I had a set of mini skeins from Leading Men, and I still have several left. But I decided to use these mini skeins to make this shawl, and this is what I've got so far.
Now, did the
That's
mini
it.
skeins
I
come
mean,
in
just
for-
from last week. Just
This week.
just this week?
Yeah, that's it. That's all she's done this week. That's
This
it.
out. Isn't that cool?
Oh my goodness.
It's so neat.
How fun.
Ooh, drink.
Now, is this just a yarn over knit two together, or does she
Yeah,
do something a
yeah.
little bit? No, it's
Yarn
just- I
over
like
knit
the
two
way she
together
puts
and
it
just
together.
like through, I think it's like 4 rows in between the yarn overs.
Okay.
And you do so many sections per color.
Right.
And it,
Yeah, that's fun.
it's,
But I mean, it's kind of easy, brainless.
oh yeah.
Like,
the TV knitting.
TV knitting, yeah. Popcorn knitting.
And I've got
Popcorn.
like 5 more colors to go, so it'll be a good size. But I'm actually making it a little bit bigger because
Because you're going to use the yarn up.
well, yeah, that was my plan. And I think that my mini skeins are a little bigger than maybe what the pattern called for.
Oh, sure.
Because they're 94 yards. Most mini skeins are like, what, 80?
Something like that, yeah.
So anyway, so it's going to be huge, but
It's going to be fun. You can wear it with anything. I mean,
yeah,
it goes with
absolutely.
your
It's
outfit
gonna
on
go with-
today. I mean, your
Yeah.
shirt goes
Yeah,
well with
yeah.
it, too.
yeah, and the
That's
colors
cool.
that are yet to be, there's blues and even some peach. So it's
Cool.
going to be quite the party.
Awesome.
Yep. And then I was by our local yarn shop, and if you'll recall last week, we were talking about a new colorway that our yarn shop, Village Yarn Company, was carrying, and this is Sheepytimeknits. We had a skein of the fingering
Yep.
last week, and this is the super bulky.
Yeah, that's extra bulky.
And a little bit of my hair. This would probably knit up into a hat in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, or you could do one of
'cause it
those
really
giant
is.
towels too with it. Yeah.
And I know that some
It's
of
like
you...
a baby. It's like a baby.
Yeah,
look, you can like cradle it. It's like, oh, it's just a little baby. Look at that. Look at how big that.
But some of you have already gone in and done the pre-order. I think she's still taking pre-orders, so go ahead and give her a call. We'll include that information.
Super bulky.
In the show notes. Yeah, this is super bulky. She also has the fingering and the worsted, and I don't know about DK, but there's different weights of yarn.
Weights.
Which is kind of nice because the first time she came out, she just had the fingering.
Yeah, the first...
when she bought the shop, she had...
Katie.
Colorway made.
Mandy is...
No.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Sheepy Time did her colorway. It was called Village, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
And when she first opened the shop and got the shop, so for a couple of years she had that colorway, and now we've got a new colorway for the real people knit together.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Oh! The colorway is. It doesn't say.
Yeah, I think it was like knitting people together.
Or people knitting together or something like that. But it was meant to foster bringing everybody together.
Yeah.
So it's actually, that's kind of a cool color. It's very from here it looks
periwinkle.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Like last week, I thought it was a little bit
with
more
hues of purple
and blue. This one kind of, I guess, because the bulky.
Yeah. I think that there's other colors in there, but
once they wind it, how do you wind that?
On a Swift.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I've never done bulky on a Swift. I've only ever bought bulky and like where you pull it from the center or the side. I've never wound it.
The other one that we have here today is Oink.
Yeah.
Oink Pigments. This is their Tarhi sock. It is a heavy fingering. It's 400 yards, and the colorway is, it's a good name. It's so fluffy, I'm going to die.
It's so fluffy!
And
oh my gosh.
This is her August colorway. She does a different colorway every month.
Look at those colors. They're so fun. Ugh. Love it.
And again, Katie has this, but Oink also has a website that you can order from. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All of those would be good.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun. That reminds me of
you could be a crossing guard with this.
Or a airplane
version.
Yeah.
Landed.
So
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like I said, she apparently has a different colorway each month, and so this is August, and
nice.
That's kind
Katie
of cool.
still has several skeins of this available in the shop, so that's that.
So she tossed it our way, knowing it would tempt us.
Yes,
especially you, because that's your way. And like I said here, totally. I mean,
look at that, goes perfectly.
Goes with all of that.
I mean, this is like beyond the best. That could be a painted bricks. You could do this.
It could
be.
be.
Like, these are DK, and this is.
Yeah. Well, that's just
we know that works.
You know it does not work. Stop it.
Good.
Gracious gravy.
So, all right, guys, what else you got today?
I got my Corona cowl back.
Oh, yeah, I did too. Let me get it out, but mine isn't done like you.
So, Colleen dropped this off to me yesterday, and I Kitchenered it this morning, like super early when I caught up. So, it is all finito.
For those cold Indiana
August days. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute.
Everybody was nice and put their version of pink in for me. Except for myself. I started it off with red and blue. I started it with red and blue, and then everybody else put
I did either. So yeah,
pink and whatnot.
This is the one where there were 13, 14 of us. Each each starting a cowl, and then we handed it on for the next person to add anywhere between five rows and 5 inches.
I did that was when I first started.
And
Yeah, because I can actually tell you, this is me, this is Carly, this is Colleen, this would be you, this is,
Oh yeah, that must
this
have
is
been me. Yeah.
What's
So
Marsha?
there's just a bunch of us that,
Tony.
yeah, we've talked about it before.
Yeah. And this is Micah and Karen and Noemi. See, and Nancy and Tony. See? So I just, and mine is little. I didn't want
Yeah, she didn't want
lots.
Double
Double thingy because I get too hot.
So hers is just a single.
Mine's just a single.
She
And
did
how
hers a little
cool is that?
fatter.
It's a little fun.
It's a little fatter.
yeah, hers
and
was
shorter.
hers was wider. I remember knitting on that, thinking, "Oh my Lord!"
I didn't know, and I filled the
Just filled the
things.
needles.
And it was like 120 plus stitches.
Yeah,
I'm
whatever.
size 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
anyway.
whatever. It's fine.
Anyway,
Yep,
Kristen,
it's all
you
good.
better get better soon because you have to kitchen this together for me.
Oh, now if I have to do my own blocking,
You know,
you can
I
do
was
your own
kind of
Kitchener ink.
I was kind of impressed this morning when I was Kitchenering by myself, sitting at the table here.
I did that.
Because so many people had their hands on it that, you know, from advanced knitters to newer knitters,
Right.
that there was only 4 stitches off.
Really?
Yeah, there was only 4 off
Total.
That's so cool.
I was kind of amazed.
I'd be impressed.
Yeah, I
Nice
was.
job, everybody.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Because you're the first one I've known that is, I think other people have Kitchenered it, but talking otherwise to find
And
out,
it was,
you know?
it was kind of funny because I don't know. I guess for me, it's when you're doing this stupid popcorn knitting,
Right.
Yeah.
and you're doing it in front of watching a movie or something, it's easier for me to knit 2 together and you lose a stitch than gaining a stitch, which is usually,
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I think you're
you
right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but there was 4 extra stitches on.
Huh.
Hmm.
Well,
You know,
maybe
whenever.
Whenever.
It was okay.
Thank you for the extra stitches.
Yeah, thanks for the extra stitches. Just maybe, Kitchener a few stitches together at the end to make it come out. It worked.
It did.
It doesn't surprise me because it isn't like something that you. Again, it's TV knitting where you.
Yeah.
It's straight knit all the way around.
Yeah, you just keep
Round and
knitting.
round and round.
and round you go. So, especially since it goes through so many hands too.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Oh, yeah,
That
and you
I
can
was
see-
like,
You can see that they go.
I was impressed.
This.
Oh
you know,
yeah,
it's got
they go.
your
They
own-
go. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it probably is dependent on the tension.
The
then
yarn
the
and the
stitch,
tension
yeah.
and the
Yeah,
stitch.
and you've got your yarn here. Like this is a little bit heavier because
Yep.
I wanted the sparkle in it. And,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah, sparkly pink is just your cup
It's
of
right
tea.
up my alley.
That's
You guys
right.
know me so well.
it looks so good. It was one of my favorites to work on. I have to admit. I think in your case because
I haven't
everybody
washed
knows
it
the pink
or
because of the pink.
Flattened it out. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just pink.
And Chicken
pink.
Sharon, I was so tempted to put red in there.
I was too.
I wanted to
I
put
really
red in,
was.
and we all should have put at least 2 rounds of
2
red
rounds
in
of
it.
red.
Yeah.
It should have
Never
been a
do it
red
And then
another
another
color
And then a
striped.
red, so that
Yeah.
you knew wherever the
That would have
next
been
person
funny.
was, is that the 2 rows of red.
I
Oh,
just stayed
yeah.
away from red for
Yeah.
her. I did.
I don't even remember what color I used, but I'm sure it wasn't red. Chicken Sharon is one of our friends who we've talked about her before, who really likes chickens, which is why we call her
Happy
Chicken
chickens.
Sharon.
Yeah.
It's not like we know a lot of other Sharons.
No.
No,
she's
but
the only-
she's just Chicken
Well,
Sharon.
no, there's Pink Sharon. But whatever. But Chicken Sharon is Chicken Sharon.
Pink
She
Sharon.
likes Sharons. She likes chickens.
Pink Sharon.
Isn't her name Sharon? She likes pink. She moved to Texas. Wasn't her name Sharon? Whatever.
Anyway, we just have
Did
Sharon.
you see the
now.
blank look?
Yeah, I totally do.
That's okay. So
Yeah.
but she's anyway.
She
she's so
doesn't.
cool.
She does not particularly. She's not particularly fond of red.
We've
Yeah.
talked about the skeins of crazy yarn.
Yeah, she would cut the red out.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah.
She would cut the red out and have these little balls of red yarn.
Of red yarn. Yeah.
Just.
We love you, Sharon. We love you, Sharon.
We love you, Sharon, despite all your little quirks.
But she likes red with
we love her
chickens.
because of all of her little quirks.
Yes, we do.
Oh, is that
Yes,
it?
they're the
Yeah.
best. Yeah.
Because we all have them.
We'll do.
I don't. Do we have anything else?
No, I don't have anything
Nope.
major going on.
Anything
other than-
exciting? Are you reading anything new, or are you just going to?
Oh, I've been downloading books all week because of the fact that going to Disney, I got to have all these books to listen to. Because of course, I'm going to sit and do nothing else but listen to books. My favorite, I don't know about
And
you
you gotta
guys.
go to Florida for that.
Well, no, I like to go anywhere, but Florida just happens to be the only place I could get the other half to agree to because travel domestic before you go international. This way I know it's not so far for me to come and get you. Oh, why do you think you're going to have to come and get me? Well, you never know.
That's her impersonation of her husband, Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey's like that. Anyway, so, but I got a new book this week for a new author, and it's a shoot 'em up bang bang. It's like a military one, rock 'em sock 'em,
Yeah.
go get 'em. He was an ex-Marine.
A thriller.
Who's now,
A thriller.
Is that what it's called? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's fun because they're, bad versus good, and then good versus bad, and then they all come together. And then in this one, they actually end up, according to the front, the cover where they tell you the story.
Yeah.
According to this, they actually join forces at the end. So
The
the
good and the
bad
bad.
guys
The good
kind
and
of
the bad
come
join
together.
forces to.
So I'm assuming at the end, the
save
bad
the
guys
universe.
who were shooting up all this stuff get a pardon or serve their time or whatever. But he sounds like a really cool character.
Is there a name to the book?
I can't remember.
Well, that's great. That's great.
I just realized that I didn't write
Well, it's
that
a good
down.
thing that you were talking about that because
And
we were all piqued.
Right.
Got our interest piqued.
I just
And
finished
now we
one.
don't
One of
know.
my favorites is Joanne Fluke, and she writes about this little town in Minnesota, Minnesota, and she owns a cookie jar. That's the name of her shop, and she makes cookies. And every time there's something happens in Lake Eden, Minnesota, her cookies or her bakery items are found at the scene of this murder. And of course, it's a quiet little quaint town.
Of course
We
it
know
is.
nothing really happens. This story was about plum pudding, and it was Crazy Larry's Christmas tree thing. So they were out, they
Oh,
had come
my
in, he
goodness.
started up Christmas trees, and they had Elf Village, and they had the head elf, and everybody was wearing elf stuff, and of course, when I thought for sure when he was going to get murdered, he was going to get hit with an elf thing, but he didn't, and somebody shot him, so that was kind of anticlimactic. But, and then she goes and solves all the murders. Hey, it's really good. So anyway, I'm going to start writing one. I said if I ever
You should.
wrote one, I got a really cool name from my inspector.
Oh.
Inspector Horak. Now, isn't that a cool name? Horak. He's the head guy that investigates everything.
It'd be one of those names you'd look at in print and go, "How the hell do you pronounce
How do
that
you
one?"
pronounce that one?
I would be that way.
I would just make my own pronunciation. Professor Her.
But see, I like to listen to books when I'm knitting or on the plane or anything, because then I feel like I'm doing double duty. I don't know about you guys, but I've listened to books for years. Some people say it's really hard to get into it, but I find them very relaxing and very easy to do.
I've listened to one, and
I can't get through any of them.
I got through that one, and I can't tell you the name of it, but yeah, I think it's a little hard keeping track of the characters because you can't page back
Right.
and say, okay, now who was that again?
Right.
And what's the relationship?
There are certain authors I want, or if it's the first book in a series, sometimes I don't, because then you can't page back.
Yeah.
Clive Cussler does one called, which really anybody I think would be really good. It's called the Sam and Fargo Remy. They are rich people who are kind of amateur archaeologist type things, and they always get in the middle of these things when they're going for digs and stuff like that, and they're searching for treasure and stuff, and it's really pretty cool because they go to all these crazy places.
We could do a treasure hunt.
We could.
We could, but all we'd have to do is go into that spare room of Sue's.
We could get some cool yarn and
There's
stuff.
good treasures in there.
And
Okay, guys, we're
It-
gonna. Do you have something else you need to show, my lady?
What is that?
No. Actually, I was going to say we could go in and not only dig yarn, we could
Stitch markers.
Stitch markers. Yeah, you got a plethora of them.
Yeah, I have a plethora of them.
So anyway, we had a good week. Have you had a good week?
I worked a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked.
She did.
I worked yesterday too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I worked
Isn't that
yesterday
terrible?
too.
Do you think we should?
I think we should.
Okay.
So I asked Deb if she would make a face mask for my boss, because when he puts on, the paper ones or even a cloth one,
Well, they're in the warehouse. It's
and
heavy.
we're in a hot warehouse, he gets a headache.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
He gets a really bad headache. So I said, Deb, can you make me up a face mask in really, 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 really thin cloth for my boss in black, please. I was very specific. Like, I wanted black.
She mentioned this to
Wednesday.
me on Wednesday. Yeah.
And then I even jokingly said, you could do it in netting. Right? So this is what she did. She made a face mask out of netting.
I think Mike thought I was making a pair of panties or something because, it was like...
I'm bringing it to Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring this to him. He's going to laugh.
Well, and technically it's a face covering.
It's a
and
face
you got it
covering.
on
I mean, and
upside
if you
down.
guys are working,
I think the chin kind of goes there.
Yeah, whatever.
whatever.
Because otherwise it's covering your eyes.
Yeah, so it's obviously it's a joke, but
It's a joke, and it works. I mean, it...
Again, upside down.
No, it's right side up. This is the way it goes, like this. That's how it goes.
You're supposed to have a bigger nose, maybe.
Well, yeah, it's probably not the right size, but
it's made.
I couldn't remember I knew he wasn't.
It's made for a larger.
Yeah,
taller.
I mean, he was taller and everything, and I thought, well, I can
Black
make it
man.
really loose, and if this is too loose, then he could just take like a binder clip and make it right,
He is going to look at that thing. He is going to.
It does look like a pair of panties.
It does.
Doesn't
It does kind of look like a pair of
Yeah,
panties.
I couldn't get I had to put this here
Yeah,
because I needed the structure to it.
right.
And so, it's a little scratchy, but I mean, you can breathe through
But
it.
it's
so.
of course you
You
can
think
breathe through it. It's netting, guys. It is fucking netting. Oh my gosh, it's
And
hysterical.
I didn't buy this. I was going to buy the sparkly one, but then
Oh my god. Well, I could glue some rhinestones on the outside.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could.
bedazzle it.
We could bedazzle this
yeah,
sucker for him.
sure. Yeah, I mean, he could have
Just on the solid black, you could bedazzle.
So at any rate,
Yeah, you can-
that's our
see.
funny for the
There
week.
you go. See,
Yeah,
all set. See, there you go, Jordan. It's all for you.
yeah. That's our funny for the week.
So that's set. Anyway, well,
Yeah.
I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
I'm good. You guys, thanks for indulging us again and listening
And
to us
episode
ramble
number
for
10.
an hour
Oh,
or some
I know.
crazy thing.
We were going to make an announcement.
We were? What announcement are we making?
Apparently, I'm going to make an announcement. We are looking for more subscribers. If you are currently a subscriber and you view us regularly, thank you so much. We appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber yet, please do. When we get to 200, which is our next milestone, we are going to be drawing from our subscriber list for some prizes that we have put together.
Yes, we have.
So keep that
Yes.
in mind. We have talked about that previously, although,
Sauce.
and I'm sure Sue remembers.
I do now.
Nope, didn't
I do
remember,
now.
but I do. Wait, I probably had a cocktail or two in me when that was
that was
discussed.
Wednesday we talked about. Anyway, so that's a upcoming surprise we're going to, and that's our way of thanking you for being dedicated
Yeah.
viewers and
Loyalists.
enjoying us, and
Feeling
I'm sure
sorry
sitting
for
at
us
home
and-
making
Feeling
fun
sorry
of us.
for us.
I know that
Dear.
I heard that. I'm ignoring her. I know a lot of our friends that we used to knit with regularly watch us and knit because it's kind of the same banter that used to go on in the yarn shop. So
ridiculousness.
yeah, it's train of thought.
It's a flock of biddies just yapping away.
Not a biddy.
I am.
A biddy implies something. Isn't that a chicken?
No.
No, I don't know. Whatever.
I'll
What is
look
a
it
biddy?
up. We'll get back
At
to
any
that
rate,
one.
we thank our viewers, of course.
Yes.
And I won't be here. Well, I don't know if I'm here next week.
If this is the sort of thing that you enjoy,
Tell
by
your
all
friends.
means, subscribe and hit the notifications.
Exactly.
We do one pretty much every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Missy may be missing for one or two. I'm not sure because she's.
What I hope to do is send you pictures from Disney. I'll send them to you, and maybe you can put them on Flock Around the Table.
Maybe I can. Yeah,
Or
there we
something
go.
like
that.
Okay, we'll
out.
do something.
That I
At
can
any
see.
rate, you guys have a
Me knitting
fantastic
on
week.
Space Mountain.
Oh,
Yeah, that would be good. Have a fantastic week, and of course, we'll see you next Sunday.
All right. Take care, everybody. Bye now.
Stay healthy.
Stay wise. Get
Stay
rich.
knitting.
Yeah.
Stay rich.
Stop it. Hit the button.